Hey everybody, how you doing today? This is Dad with the gym. I'm Dad. This is Jim. Let's get started. So today, deadlift day, and we're going to do deadlifts, overhead presses, and pull-ups. My least favorite exercise. So with the pull-ups and the deads, it's important that I get my belt on super tight, um, particularly as I go to the overhead presses after the my back is starts to get a little tired. So I'm warming up here with the with a bar with a Romanian deadlift, and that's just helped to kind of get everything move, everything's loose, um, and then we start loading up the plates here. Now I do my squats or I do my deadlifts as in the sumo format. I used to do standard formats, standard deadlift, and I got to the point where as the weight got heavier, it became more and more uncomfortable, and I would end up getting so much what they call the central nervous system failure, where after a set I couldn't hardly move. I just kind of lay on the floor for a little bit while I tried to recharge, and I was pretty sure I was probably shearing my back or something. So um, at a point about 4 or 5 years ago, I switched over to doing the sumo and much more comfortable, and I was able to continue going without any real discomfort or any pain. So, and if anybody tells you that sumo deadlifts are not real deadlifts, they are absolutely real deadlifts. They are allowed in competition. They are not cheating. They are not sissy deadlifts. If they were easier, then everybody in the competitions would be doing sumo squat or sumo deadlifts. So anybody tries to tell you that you're doing it wrong if you're doing sumo, just they're probably a gym bro and can be safely ignored. So I am putting liquid chalk on my hands, and you're going to see me periodically hold my hands up. There's a fan over there that's keeping me alive. So I use a liquid chalk and hold my hands up to the fan to help dry it off. So one thing about the deadlift is that it's important to have the proper form, and to maximize and to make most efficient your own body structure. So you have to be really careful if you go online and you say, "Hey, I need help with my form," or "Can you take a look at my form and tell me how I'm doing?" Because people will respond, and they'll respond with good intentions, but they're going to, a lot of them are going to respond with, "This is, you need to do this. You need to move your hips 2 inches down. You need to spread your knees 2 inches further apart. Your hand grips too wide." Just all kinds of stuff. And really, what they're describing is this is how they deadlift. Um, for me, it is if your feet are square, if your feet are solid on the ground, and you are moving the bar in a perfectly straight vertical line, and it's not hurting, you probably got a pretty good form going. Um, the And you'll notice here that I am using a switch grip, but I got a bar that's got a pretty good knurl on it. The little metal engravings that make it grippy. Um, but as I get to a heavy weight, that knurl really starts to hurt my hands. So after so many sets, I'll switch over to straps. Um, and I switch over to straps because what ends up happening is my grip becomes a limiting factor on how much I can lift, and I don't want that to be the limiting factor. So people will say, "Hey, again, using straps is cheating, and maybe you do get bigger, better forearms with it, or whatever, improved grip strength, but you're losing out a lot if you are not maximizing your ability to move the weight." So the health benefits are more in your back and in your posterior chain than anything you're going to get in your forearm and grip strength. So, but I actually, with a strap in the sumo format, I feel really, really good on deadlifts. It's very exhausting, but I do feel really good, and I enjoy that kind of weight. So moving into the overhead, I actually failed this weight last time I tried to do it in an abortive attempt. My first attempt to record for this channel. The camera went dead. It was pointing the wrong way. It was a comedy of errors, but I actually could not finish the overhead set. So hoping I'm able to do it today. Again, wear the wrist straps because of the carpal tunnel pain, and just make sure I don't flex my wrist too far. And I also I've been told I take kind of a narrow grip on the bar here, but no worries. One thing that point out is I'm swaying in the background, rocking back and forth. Is that actually kind of helps keep my lower back nice and warm and loose and moving, so that on deadlift days when I'm doing the overhead press right after, my lower back can get pretty tired, and that rocking back and forth, gently breathing, keeps my back loose, keeps it from locking up, and keeps the blood flowing back there. So I think as you, even though I am playing this at double speed, you may be able to see that I'm actually starting to slow down a little bit here. And I'm starting to think, oh no, I'm going to drop it again. But as fate would have it, Twisted Sister, I Want to Rock comes on, and Dee Snider led the way and pumped me up so that I could get all the way through these sets. And with that, I am going to be able to progress to the next weight next time. I actually really like doing overhead presses. It makes me feel really strong standing at the end of the set, or at when you lift the bar over your head, it's like I'm standing on the Olympic podium or standing on the Olympic stage, just having broken some sort of world record. It's a very powerful feeling, and I enjoy it immensely. So that's so right there is where Dee Snider saved the day, and I Want to Rock. So it was a good lift. I usually don't worry about stuff like RPEs and stuff like that, but I feel like I really hit my RPE number right there. So here is my least favorite exercise of all time, is the pull up. So as someone who is overweight, it's very difficult to do. I can't do a pull up, so I use the straps, and this is another time where you have to be careful. Is that like somebody could really rip your form, or you feel like you're doing something wrong, and there very well could be somebody could tell me how to do it a little bit better. But this is what helps me progress, is doing this. Right now, I'm putting my feet all the way in it. Maybe at a certain point, hopefully at a certain point, I'll just do my knees, so I won't get quite as much stretch. And then as I'm improving, I'm removing straps. Challenges is that over the past month I've actually been going backwards here a little bit, and I checked my logs, and I am dropping more and more reps on this. I'm speculating maybe it's because my shoulders are so tired from the boxing, but and going to that class, because holding your hands up boxing really wears out the back of your arms. Or the back of your shoulders. So, but I am getting really disappointed in myself here, and really thinking that this is just miserable. But because I got the camera on, I am continuing to push. That's part of what this whole process is about: is to hold me honest, keep me going, even when it's like, oh, this is just not working. I'm not feeling it today. And there's days like this where it's not working. The deads were good. The overhead was good, but these pull-ups are humbling. So I boosted myself. I went ahead and did a negative. I know playing in QuickTime there that it's Looked like I dropped almost immediately. When I was doing it, it felt like I was hanging there for a good 6-7 hours. Then I'm doing so wrapping up with the stretches here. I think I'm actually feeling some improvement from doing this. Um, I do the stretches afterwards, but instead of before, I've just heard too much information that static stretching can actually be uh, decrease performance. Um, so wrapping up, good deads, good overhead presses. Uh, Pull-ups not so good, but I got sweaty. I got tired. Mission accomplished. So come back again. Check us out tomorrow.